Hi guys, welcome to my channel. It's Yemisi here again. I film about language, lifestyle, and my real life experiences. So today I'm gonna say welcome to all my new subscribers and to my returning subscribers. Thank you guys for always coming back to my channel. So today I think I'm going to just talk about a very interesting subject because I feel like this is very important, especially for the fact that a lot of people have been reaching out to me and I'm just like I need to clarify some things, right? So like you can see in the topic below, do you think you need French to actually live or study in France? Let's start from the basics. The official language in France is French. That is like a basic truth that everybody knows. So for me, I think coming to a country where like French is the official language, it just makes sense to actually understand French. Now I know that there are a lot of schools these days that kind of portray like come to France, come study in France. They never tell you anything about life after school. They always use like their alumni testimonies to kind of, attract students. And that's the strategy for them to get students. And I think a lot of people come to France and feel like, okay, I'm just going to like go with the flow. But I think realistically, if you're going to be really honest with yourself, I think you will do yourself a disservice if you do not actually try as much as possible to actually learn the language because a lot of things have changed. France today is no longer the France of 2019. A lot of things have changed in terms of politics, in terms of like staying in France after school as a student. And I think it's just important for people to know that. I feel like you can actually come to France and study like a course or do like a master's degree or do like a PhD. I think that life after school is also very important. You have to put that into consideration. There are a lot of people that exist today, and actually they come to France to learn, maybe like to learn something or to like study a course or a master's degree. They come without actually like learning French. They don't even like have any basics. But I just want to tell you that if you're going to help yourself, if you want to have like a life where you don't have to be thinking of like different plans and you know that France is your destination, like there are some people that have stories where France is just like a means to an end. If France is a means to an end for you, that's fine. But if you know France is your destination, like this is the country where you would love to stay long term and you want to build a future in France, I think it's just reasonable for you to actually take your learning French seriously. I'm not going to sugarcoat it anyway because I think that after school, a lot of people struggle with getting jobs. I hear stories every day. I think you will do yourself a lot of good to actually take French seriously. And I feel like it should start before your arrival to France. If you know that you are getting admission this year or you want to come to France this year or even next year, start taking your French seriously. Start taking your French language seriously. Try learning to a certain extent because the truth is now, these days, most interviewers, like when you're done with school and you're like looking for an internship or looking for like a job, most interviewers are French. And as much as the role can be an English role, there's still like the importance of actually going through like different stages of interviews. And then the first stage could be like you just talking to the recruiter, which is not necessarily going to be like your manager or like the person you're going to be working directly with. She is just the first person that is going to contact you because they received your CV and it may just be in French. Like, how do you want to hold a conversation if you don't know how to speak French? So yeah, I think it's good to actually come study in France, and yeah, France is a good country when it comes to like education in general. And I think that you're just going to do yourself a lot of good. And I cannot overemphasize this enough because a lot of people have reached out to me. I just feel that's very heavy need, and I just need to say this to people that want to come to France. Please take your French seriously, and if you know that France is going to be your like a country where you want to stay on a long term basis, please take your French seriously. And I like guys, let's just be serious. And now a lot of things have changed also in terms of like politics. As at last year, if you want to get your citizenship to apply for nationality, or even like a 10 years card or like a 5 years card, as at last year it was possible to do so like very seamlessly. But this year, a lot of things have changed. So if you want to even apply for a 10 years card or like a 5 years residence permit, you have to write the civic exam. And also, like, if you're going to apply for a residence card of like 10 years or 5 years, you have to get a B1 level of French. And if you don't know what B1 level of French is, just go search on I think Alliance Francaise, or like, all these bodies that are in charge of like language tests, like professional language tests. You can get, one of them to register in and, get your exam done. But like for the 10 years permit or the 5 years permits, you definitely need to write the exam, and you also have to have a B1 level of French. Now, coming to the nationality, if you want to get a nationality in France, you have to have the B2 level of French language, and you also have to write the civic exam. And now, like, I feel like the immigration regulations are changing a lot, and I think it just makes sense for you to actually take French seriously and really just put in the work. Really, like, it's a language, and I think that is going to help you more than you even expect, because like even in your job, like, you can get a lot of opportunities when you know how to speak another language. So I think French is something you have to take seriously, especially if you want to stay in France long term. And yeah, I think I just want to deliver this message to any whoever needs it. And it's going to also help in your integration generally, because I mean, if you don't know how to speak French, like, and you arrive in France, like, how do you want to navigate your life, your day-to-day activity? Are you going to be that bubbly person that just turns quiet just because they don't know how to speak the language? I think it's going to really, really influence your social life, because I think if you know how to speak French, your integration will be way faster. And honestly, like, if I talk on a personal basis, when I came to France for the first time, as much as I studied French language, I won't say my French was like the most perfect type of French, but I tried my best to always, make an effort every day. And obviously, like, before I came to France, I already did the B2 level exam. So I think if you did not study French language in your university, like me or something, like, you can actually get to B2 level within a year, or within a year and 6 months. It's that easy. If you're actually very, very determined, and if you know that you are a go-getter and you know what you want for yourself long term, I think that writing an exam that is going to prove that you actually have a good proficiency of the language, it's going to help you go a long way. Honestly, I just think that most of these schools should start telling people the truth. And for me, I don't just like it when I see a lot of people like advertising, like, come to France to study in English. They don't tell people what life is really like after school, like if you do not know French. Like, that is like some kind of wild thing. Like, I would say it's really wild, because for me, I think that you have these platforms, you have like information everywhere, and I think that I would just say it's like, if you have gotten an admission in France and you're coming in September and you do not know how to speak French, please start now. Like, whenever you wake up is your morning, please start now and start trying to learn French. And I wish I could actually offer like classes, but to be honest, like, personally right now, like, I don't think I'm in the place where like I want to like take on like full teaching of French language. But I think that you can always get resources, and if you need me to link you up with a French teacher or a French professional, please let me know. Like, send me a message and I would reply you, and I'll link you with the right person. If you want me to link you up also with any organization or school like Alliance Francaise, like I mentioned earlier, because Alliance Francaise really helped my life. So yeah, like, any country you are in, there's Alliance Francaise. And if you need help getting like a contact, you can also reach out to me and I'll be glad to help you. I needed to put this out there just so that I clear the air about, like, do you need French or do you not need French to study in France? Technically, yes, you do. And realistically, maybe no, if you're coming to visit, if you're coming to stay for a short while, if you're coming like for transits, or like, you do not necessarily need French. But if you plan to live in the country for a longer period of time, please, French is very important. And in my next video, I'm going to be talking about how I learned French and the steps I took to actually take my French, a notch higher to the level it is today. And yeah, I think I'm just going to bring this video to a close. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you're not yet subscribed to this channel, please click on the subscribe button below, subscribe to this channel, and like this video, share to your friends. Yeah, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.